Tacticals. This is Robert Nissenbaum over at Tactical Social Media. Good morning. I wanted to discuss a little bit today about using the short description on your Facebook business pages. It's actually a pretty vital piece of information that you have access to and want to make sure you get it right, since most of the pages I look at don't have it right. And it's one of the things that most small business owners miss when they're setting up their pages. So we'll get into this here. Goal here, writing a good short description for your Facebook business pages. So we're going to go in and I'm going to pull up the Facebook business page. This is the area right in here on my page. So you scroll down, it's going to be under the About section here. And what we're looking for is this short description. It's going to be, again, about on page info. Now keep in mind, depending on how you set up your page, whether it's a community page, a brand, a business or public figure, or local business, this information will look a little different. Generally, however, bare minimum, each page will have this short description. The short description has a maximum of 155 characters. And in most cases, people use them all. Here's the thing, I don't. My recommendation is to limit what's in here, and it's for a very specific set of reasons. So where's the value of the short description? What does it do for you? The short description is actually the meta description for your page as it appears in a Google search result. So in this case, I'm going to pull up my Google search results for my Facebook page, and you're going to see common sense, practical, and actionable social media advice. That is the same common sense, practical, and actionable social media advice. This portion of the short description is part of the metadata. Now, normally, like I said, you had 155 character count for that short description. That's based on the fact that Google gives you, for your meta description of your page, whether it's a web page or Facebook page, etc., 155 characters. Normal best practice is to include as many of those characters as possible, because this entire description will show up to the 155 characters. In the case of Facebook, however, every one of these meta descriptions will automatically include page name, location, likes, and talking about. Again, this can vary a little bit depending on how you set up your page. So pulling up Mari Smith's page here, going to be slightly different. Mari Smith Facebook, page name, location, likes, talking about. So again, because you have this core information in here automatically, it really does limit the visible character count. And real estate you have after as part of that 155 character count. And personally, professionally, having these ellipses at the end, that it's continued, that it's this little bit of a cliffhanger, unless you word it properly, I'm not a fan of it. I'll tell you a couple things. Now, the importance here is, and you're always taught in the meta descriptions, one of them keywords. So something to keep in mind, however, meta description does not affect search results. The meta description is not part of Google's algorithm in determining what pages show. So all the keywords that you have in here do not affect whether your page will show in the search. However, this metadata, this meta description, is effectively a call to action. So when you go in and do a search for a particular item, you may get a generic name up here, and you're now registered for Facebook. Well, that's not the page I wanted. The meta description will give you more detail about the page. It's effectively what's going to make you click on a page. So if I go in and just do a random search for, let's say, coffee houses, right? And I'm going to pull a search. We're going to get rid of the listings here. B Sharp Coffee House. You can add HTML directly to this. Best coffee shop in coffee shops. But here's what came up first. This is their website. And if I click on this, and it's going to bring me to their website. Might be great, it's visible, it's local for me, but here's the problem. Because it listed this, you can add HTML directly, it may not be what I want. If this included, we have Wi-Fi, we have meeting space, that may actually be what I use as a determination for what page to click on. So there's this whole big thing in Google, you want to be number one or you have to be one of the first 5. Not necessarily. If when I pull a search and the first 3 or 4 or 5 don't give me what I'm looking for in this meta description, I may skip down. I may even go to the next page. This meta description is very critical. So when you craft your short description, you want it to be exactly about what your page is. Why would somebody click on this on Facebook as opposed to somebody else's Facebook page? Right? So here's the trick. Now, in order to figure out how many characters you have left here, I will tell you generally it's about 59 to 66 characters. And it really, again, depends on several things. I have fewer characters than Maury Smith for a couple of reasons. One, my page is longer. I'm going to use a lot more character space for the name of my page than Maury does. Okay, San Diego, California, Tacoma, Washington, probably about the same length. She, however, has far more likes and people talking about, so obviously far more characters being used there. For an average small business, where you are not likely to clear more than 1,000 fans potentially, or certainly not going to clear 9,999 fans, you can figure 4 spaces here. Talking about this, the likelihood of me having any more than 999 people talking about my small business page at any given time is probably unlikely. So for me, knowing what I have as a character count here, I can simply add 2 more spaces and know that I'm pretty clear. And that would allow me to have my name, my location, up to 9,999 likes and 999 people talking about us without impacting this length. So how do you determine what's left? Well, in the case of Maury Smith, we know that this is the maximum total space she has available. And I like to use Twitter. It works out really, really well for me because I learned how to count backwards. And if you do tweets, they give you tweet counts. Right? So this is a maximum of 140 characters. So 140, she's actually at 149 characters total. So she can back off all of this information, and that's going to leave her with 66 characters of usable space. When I ran the same or do the same thing on my end from my page, we have a little different character count. And same thing. So I'm ahead of here, and I end with 81 available characters. All right, so again, she adds with 66 available characters. I end with 81 available characters. And this is, again, the length. 140 maximum minus 81 is 59. If I increase my reach up to the 9,000, one of those extra placeholders, my period goes away. I could, if I wanted, maximize space and give myself some flexibility by changing this to the ampersand, and that will immediately kill 2 more characters, and I'm good. So the bottom line, what I choose to do is keep myself available for basically keeping this meta description down to 59 characters. Anywhere from 57 to 59 characters will almost guarantee for any small business, local business page, you'll fall within range. If you go longer, part of it could be cut off. If you have a shorter name, obviously you're going to have more flexibility in space. So just for what it's worth, this is maximum amount of space. I know that if I go much past this, I'm going to have a problem. So I've obviously got a little bit of a cushion because I'm only 147 characters. I accounted already for adding 1 space in here. I accounted for 1 space in here. And I chose not to go any further because this was the message I wanted. And it wouldn't make any sense for me to run this any longer. So to give you an idea, this is why it's so important, and we want to go from there. So writing a good Facebook description for Facebook pages.